Hey, it's Karen here. So great to be with you on this wonderful Tuesday, very windy Tuesday here. I wanted to come to you really quickly. I'm about to head out for a workout, so I wanted to come in here and share with you something that could potentially change your life. Now, if you've got some goals, stay tuned. I think you'll find this helpful. If you've got no goals, you can probably take off right now, no problem. But the one thing that can absolutely change your life, if you've got some goals, is that we know that no matter what area of life we've got, that you may have goals in, you are going to have to really get very clear and have a plan on how you're going to execute that. And the reason I say that is because, any type of success, whether that be through sport, through work, your career, whether it's your fitness goals, your weight goals, your health goals, whatever it is, you need to plan it because it's going to take effort and it's going to take work. And the worst thing is, we're human, so we often fail, right? And so often what happens is we end up, I'm going to talk about career right now because this is something that is dear to my heart. And the reason being is because it happened to me. I was living this, I guess, I don't want to say a lie because I wasn't actually that unhappy, but I just was existing through the day because I was good at what I was doing in my job. I was very capable. I had won awards, all that kind of stuff. And I was in corporate, I was in management, I had the company car, I had the company credit card. From the outside looking in, everything would have appeared that I had the dream life. And here's the problem. So I was working anywhere from minimum 60 hours to 80 hours a week, every single week. And believe it or not, that never seemed to be enough. So it didn't matter whether there was an issue. I remember one time there was an issue in the country. I was told that I had to go and sort that issue out for the company. And it was a harassment issue. I had to go sort that out because I was the one that didn't have children. And I thought, well, that's not fair because I do have a life. I have a family. So off I had to go on a plane. I had to go sort that out for a couple of days, come back. All the while, my job still had to be done. And I was already filling in for about 3 people's jobs. And I don't know if you can relate to this, but see, what was happening for me was that I was just literally existing through every single day. Now, because I was good at what I was doing, it didn't necessarily stress me out. But I just got to a point where there had to be more to life. There had to be more to having this balance of life. So yes, I had great income. By all intents and purposes, I had a great job. But where was I having the time and the time freedom to be able to make some choices that I wanted in my life? Now, couple that with my husband, who was also doing very good at his job. He was working 6 days a week. And again, about 70 hours a week. So there was a lot of time spent where we wanted to be together, we're apart. We also wanted to contribute and, have stuff for ourselves. But the problem was we were spending so much time on everything else that didn't serve us. And the danger here is, this is the scary thing, right? If you make some good money, the fear of giving that up for something that might be greater is extremely difficult. So what I mean here is, like, sometimes it's so hard to give up the good to get the great. And I was very fortunate that I came upon a home-based opportunity that I could work in and around my business. In and around my job. And I did that for 15 hours a week. I had no time, but I made time because I knew I wanted something to change. And, on this stairway to success, whatever that is for you, I just knew it was going to take some hard work. It was going to take 1 year of, I think, living a life like most people wouldn't, so I could start to have the things that I have. And so they embarked upon a journey. Now, what I didn't expect was the personal development, the person I would become in that process. And so in that process, it took me 12 months They then made me redundant, which I was so thankful for because I took that redundancy. They paid me out for a whole year. I was building my side business, which had already matched my full-time income. That's not necessarily typical, by the way, but that had matched my full-time income working 15 hours a week. Now, if I was not prepared to give up the good for the great, I would still be doing someone yanking my chain today. And I have enjoyed nearly 1 decade, almost come August, 1 decade of living a life that I never thought was possible. Now, have I made it? Well, I wouldn't consider I've made it. But here's the thing, right? By being prepared, like feeling that fear, building alongside what I already had going on, I didn't know that I was going to be made redundant. And so I already had myself sorted. I had opportunities. And often what can happen is we get so stuck because of fear and we don't know what we don't know. And we're so afraid to take a look. We are prepared to give that away before we even give it a go. I am not the same person I was a decade ago. I do not have necessarily the same friends that I'm around, the same circle of people I'm around, because I have up-leveled in areas of my life. Now, for those who follow me, over the next 2 weeks, I'm embarking on a couple of different challenges. And the one I'm starting tomorrow is a challenge to take my social media marketing to another level. So I'm getting some coaching on that because I'm not a master. I'm just an everyday person learning the ropes on how to do all this. And, and I just want to get better and better so I can impact more people. I can help more people start to live a life like I do. And, as I sit here, right here in front of me is my beautiful window overlooking a golf course. That's what I have the privilege of doing. And, my goal is to impact more people to be able to experience those work-life balance choices, to be able to empower you to understand that you have so much greatness that sits inside of you. But so often people want to keep you exactly where you are for the fear that you may do better than them. And I'm here to tell you, you can rise, you do have greatness, and you can achieve whatever you decide you want to achieve. And if you are willing to put in the hard work, if you are willing to be open, if you're willing to be teachable, there is nothing that can stop you. Nothing. The only thing that can stop you is you. So if you've got some goals, that might be career, right? But if you've got some goals in fitness, find yourself a fitness coach who can help you and take you where you want to go. You can achieve it. Be surrounded by those who are the doers, the action takers, the believers in your goals and dreams. And your life will look very different 12 months from now. So have that long-term vision. And my wish for you today is that you seek out that the greatness that you have inside of you, the people that will bring you up to rise to the occasion where you can impact other people's lives, because that, my friends, is absolutely what will give you love and joy and happiness in your heart. Because when you impact another person's life, there is nothing in this world that can actually change that. And, for me, I want to create a legacy that I can leave to all my nieces and nephews. I want to create something that will make their life so much easier. And that's my passion. I want to be able to build an orphanage so that those who don't have parents, can have a life where there is hope. And where there is hope, there is always an opportunity for us to rise. So thank you so much for joining me today. I know I got a little bit on my rant, but I'm just so passionate about this that, feel that fear. Feel that fear of, there is something else out there. Maybe what I do isn't for you, but there is something else out there and you were born for greatness. Go and seek it out. And if I can help you in any way, to have a chat, to, enlighten you into seeing what is your greatness, I'd be more than happy to. Feel free to message me. Thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow. Okay, bye for now.